wow, that sounds great. I saw that a couple days ago. He put this up, and but it's great reading. It's fiction, but it's great reading. The challenge was to show me anywhere I said I had cancer on YouTube. What I said was, I've already been diagnosed with prostate cancer stage 1. Right? He doesn't play any more of that clip. He doesn't play where I talked to a different doctor. Yeah, I had a biopsy done. I dropped the euro for telling me that, for jumping the gun. He also doesn't show, right, like I'll show you up here. This is my PSA. He says I faked all of this, all right? Anybody can go to my chart, Premier Health Ohio, right? This is my drop down for the login. This is off another video, right? He says I faked all this. But this shows the abnormal stuff, the reason why they were focused in on my enlarged prostate, right? But he says this person actually faked cancer, faked illness by saying I was diagnosed with faked illness. He's saying I faked my whole illness, right? Everything. And that I faked records. That's what he said. So I'm going to show you while I'm sitting right here. Let me move this up a little bit. Now you can see in my tab up here that I'm on the My Chart login page, and it's an actual page. I moved it down, right? Moved it down a little bit. I'll put it back up so you can see that it's a real page. My Chart, Premier Health Partners. This is where you go. Right? Okay, this is my fake medical records, right? I faked all this stuff, right? This is how smart this guy is. When you sign on to My Chart, which is where all of the records that I put up came from. See, this is me. This is my drop down. Right? It's by Epic. This shows where I've been making payments on some medical bills. Right? I'm trying to catch up with that as much as I can. This was $6,000 and some. I've been paying on it for about a year and a half. And I've got this other one almost paid off completely, which is even more. All right, but I made this up. See, I made this tab up too. I made this whole website up because I'm so good. All right. Here's my visits. He says I'm faking illnesses. Right. This is me faking illnesses. Okay. This is neuroscience. This is my pain management that I went to, and this shows right here what they've got me set up for. You hit the view notes, but I made all this up. Yeah, they're fake, and he's going to show how fake they are. Going through my back, right? Positive radicular systems, blah blah blah. Degenerative disc disease, blah blah blah. I got all that, right? Right? These are some of the fake illnesses that I made up. I had to put them in there, right? It shows the 2 kidney surgeries that I had. It shows all the medicine that I'm on. I made all this up, though. I did a really good job, though, because they're all fake. All right? These are the notes. Right? Just decrease, a little bit of decretion in yeah, because it's, and then the positive SLR right there. This is diagnosis why I came in here, blah, blah, blah. I came to him specifically for my back issues. That's why it's not going to list too much of the other stuff. But what they've ordered for me is the Lessie L4 and L5. What that is the cortisone shot in the back. All right? I'm waiting for insurance approval on that right now. And then I'll start getting that. But I faked all of that. I faked this chart. I faked this isn't a real doctor here. And when we go to test results, right? Because I faked all this stuff, right? The PSA, which is when they, let me see if I can find it. The PSA that they do for your prostate, right here, right? That's PSA. When they think that you have a cancerous thing going on, they'll screen you for the PSA. They're looking for that. They're looking for growth. They're looking for cancer. When they stick your finger up your ass, that's what they're looking for. And when they do it through the blood, this is what they're looking for. Okay? So, I faked all of this, though. But let's go back to the notes. I wasn't at 5 at that point. So let's go back to test results. I have to go to the visit there, apparently, to get notes on it. There's another one. All right, this is what they're looking for when they're concerned with small leukocytes on that one. All right, I'll find another one. I want to find the protein. The protein was normal on that one. Right? This is after I got it. Let me go back and be sure I get the right one. So I'll have to go to the date. This is the one that freaked them out. My protein went up this much, and that comes from your liver or your prostate, right? A little bit high here, a little bit abnormal there. Large, that's red blood, right? And this right here, triglycerides, leukocytes. This is the way it was explained to me. So these things right here is what freaked that doctor out. So let's look at the visits. Since I faked all of this. These are all fake records, right? That's a fake doctor, too. This is where they had to get rid of a 10-millimeter stone. Okay, that's one. But I made that up. This is what I went through within a couple months. All right, and then I saved a lot of this stuff because I know that when you tell people things on YouTube, you have to save things. You have to prove it. All right? That's when I got admitted. That's when the doctor called me. That's when they had to check, before they could do one of the surgeries on me, they had to check my heart. Okay. I faked this too. I had to jump to this other website real quick. Proteinuria and hematuria, that's bleeding. HTN, but that right there is where they first started. See this? Right, this is from the doctor, the HPI. I can tell you now, I did not get a written diagnosis. I got a verbal diagnosis. But this, since I was going to do this scam that they said, since I was going to do this scam, I've been working on this since 1993 because I knew that, 30 years later, I was going to need some money. So I started this in 1993. Okay, they were talking about why my legs were swollen up there. But anyways. So not only that, he says I faked all these, and it goes, I've got notes all the way back to 1993 here. That's when I started. Because I knew in 30 years, there would create YouTube, there would be followers, there would be PayPal, there would be Cash Apps. So I started on it then. And it took me a long time because I had to fake all these visits. And I had to work on this website for all them years. Because I wanted you to give me money. Right? Now you can also clearly see right here that I've created a medical file. Right? Now, this came from that same website that I was just on, except for it was under Kettering Health. This right here is where I had a little biopsy done. I go into the results on that at some other point. But I made this up. This is fake. And I came back and told people that, yes, there was no cancer. Even though I thought there was because I was told that. Right? And he's saying anybody can go buy a cane. There was no prescription, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this one won't pop up. Let me get rid of this one. Pop that one up, see what happens. Right here. That was August the 7th. All right. This right here, I was still working, that my job had taken me off full time. But when the doctor gave me this, that was it. There was nothing more. Cut me all the way down to 2 part-time days a week at first. Just 4 hours on Saturday and 4 hours on Sunday. Because I couldn't walk. I was having sciatica. I was having to sit down. I was having to lean. And people keep saying, I had this and I had that and I did this and I did that. Well, I'm glad that you were able to because I've been putting up with it for 10 years. But I faked this too. Medical file. I've been saving all images, everything I can. Okay, I'm making this video to show some of my medical issues, and in today's day and age, paper just is almost impossible. But I wanted to show this is my family doctor's year on the 5th of 23. I went in because of I had some kidney stones, and through that, they do the x-rays and stuff like that. But my main concern right now after this is the pain that I have when I'm trying to do normal everyday things. And I'm going to try to document the 10 years of doctor's visits that I've had with this back pain and the diagnosis. Positive for back pain, lumbar, chronic with sciatica. That's what, it just hurts all the time. So, but when I rolled out here from Dr. Martin Shears, I wanted to show some of this stuff where you give me a good exam there. That's extended standing, yeah. If I stand for more than 15 minutes or so, I have to either get it, raise up off my leg or sit down. It's showing the medicines that I'm on for my high blood pressure and stuff like that. Okay, so what we look at right here is these codes. He's showing the sciatica on the left side. I've showed you some of the other documents that show exactly what I'm dealing with for 10 years. But when we look up what this M432 and what this means. Do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see that? Can anybody see that? They also did this while they were in there working on that screen for both of them. Anybody see that? All right, so I have to go to the ICD code, and I'm trying to study on this stuff. When I go to the ICD code of what that is, the M43. Now let's go back and double check. It's M432. So let's just want to be sure. Okay, this is what the second one is. Let's take a look here. Legion of sciatic. So it just shows the sciatica there. Okay, I'm making this video to show some 10 years of doctor's visits that I've had with this back pain and the diagnosis. Stop right all the time. So, but when I rolled out here for Dr. Martin Shears, I wanted to show some of this stuff where he gave me a good exam there. That's extended standing. Hang on. If I stand for more than 15 minutes or so, I have to either get it, raise up off my leg or sit down. It's showing the medicines that I'm on for my high blood pressure. Medicines that I'm on for my high. Pause it right here. This is what's going on. He did all this. Right, this says malignant. So let's take a look at what that means. If I copy it, I'm going to malignant neoplasm of prostate. Let's see. See that? Now, just a simple little Google thing right here. Now, so when I said I've already been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I went on to talk about how I wasn't worried about that, I was worried about my back and my kidney. See, he didn't play that part. It's because I know this already, that if you catch it early, you're good to go with that. I knew that. I wasn't so worried about that, but when they said they found a tumor in my bladder, that's when I freaked out. And it was benign. I mean, he might have a point if I kept on going on and on and on, kept saying I had cancer. But I said it. I said I got tested. I said I was diagnosed. And I came back and said there was none. I mean, but these are all fake, since I can prove it, right? Fuck out of here. out of here, man.